Eva Longoria, the star of Desperate Housewives on ABC. Another good find in this. And Miller missing from long range. Good job by Wells to dig it out. Team at halftime, but I have no idea what Greg Popovich may have said to his guys.
Well, sometimes those things are better left unsaid. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Defender, you got to step up early and force the hand.
6 on the shot clock for the Kings, and Wells had it blocked from behind, but a foul on Muhammad. Here at the AT&T Center, Thomas under to Wells, and a foul on Finley. 36 seconds for the third, and Wells cleans up on the miss by Artest.
Game 2 of the best-of-7 Western Conference, and for the Kings, their worst playoff loss in franchise history in the series opener. Bonzi Wells comes back with the first Kings point that wound up winning 44 and losing 38 and making the playoffs in a strong finish. And there is a defensive play by Bonzi Wells, knocking the ball away from Tim Duncan. So here is Wells guarded by Parker. Bowen right now matched up with Bibby, and Wells going in with a second field goal.
The San Antonio Spurs.
So in effect, 2 point guards out there for the Kings, and Jason Hart and Mike Bibby. And here is Bonzi Wells guarded by Finley. The fall away by Wells, off to a big start is Bonzi Wells. Be at home. Rick Adelman says we just want to improve our play and maybe show we can possibly win 1 or 2 games at home. And a good drive and a basket by Bonzi Wells. Remaining in the first quarter, Bibby missing the shot off of the screen, but a big offensive rebound by Thomas, blocking Wells. And there is so much more aggressiveness coming from the Sacramento Kings.
I mean, you need team defense, but I don't know if there's any defense for something like that. That's just a good move.
Just too quick. Here is Bonzi Wells working with what a layup by Wells as he goes underneath for the basket.
Leaving them so wide open.
A 12-0 run by the Spurs after they were down. Here's Bonzi Wells, and he follows with the tip-in. Bonzi Wells, who's
there, but if Robert isn't arguing, it must have happened.
On the other end, the drive to the basket. Bonzi Wells doing a tremendous job and giving the Sacramento Kings really the kind of spark that Bibby penetrating, goes behind, almost a blind pass behind. Wells working his way in, getting another basket. Bonzi Wells is playing. He did not have control, so here is Martin coming up. Bonzi Wells back in the game. He's been the kingpin for the Kings, and Bonzi Wells keeps it going, comes right back in. That was a good timeout by Rick Adelman, but it'll be very interesting at this point to see how the Kings respond. Martin misses a 3 from the corner. Here is Bonzi Wells, and that'll drop through. So Wells now with 21 points.
Defense, especially when he's coming off those pick and rolls, they've got to show hard. You got to make it go north to south, not east to west.
Bonzi Wells beating Brad Miller would regain the lead.
If they were going to stay in this game and make a move in this game, they had to make it then.
Wells going up, a blocking foul called against Ori by 8 rebounds in all. What a tremendous effort for Kevin Martin.
And he's fresh to the playoffs. He was on the inactive list last year.
Wells from Thomas, yes.
Martin just getting in the paint.
Wells looking up at the clock, seeing 4 on the shot clock. Turnaround, tough shot, but Wells is there. 26 for Wells. Game defensive scoring.
But not only that, with so many layups in a playoff basketball, you never see a lot of layups in playoff basketball.
Bonzi Wells tried one there and is fouled.
And Bibby took it away from Muhammad. Ahead to Wells. In on Parker. Bibby missing the 3, but Wells with the offensive rebound. Attacks on Duncan.
He must have had
7 seconds. Bibby off to Wells. And a foul on Nesterovic. It's been huge. 52 points a game coming in. And they're huge again tonight. That's Wells.
said it as fire went up from the outside.
Bibby tries, nearly lost it. Artest recovers, shot clock at 11. Wells with the offensive rebound. Bibby starts it with Miller. Wells in the post, guarded by Finley. Just blows by him. Wells again. For Duncan. Sacramento's gone about 7 minutes without scoring from the field, and that ends on.
Working back inside.
This time Bonzi Wells. Wells sends it out to Artest. Back to Wells on the reverse. The Kings are playing under over the last 3:10. Artest missed on the deep two. Bonzi Wells, another offensive rebound.
15 minutes. They do not turn the ball over. They get into their stuff, execute well. The last 2 or 3 minutes of big ball game.
The Kings looking for the lead, and Wells gives it to them.
Really improved on, but you can't lose faith. You got to keep trusting your shot, Kevin.
And Bonzi Wells for 2.
How good a points they defended the 3, only shot 6 of 20 from the 3-point line. Did San Antonio.
Wells the drive.
Woo, Bonzi Wells is going to that rim. He's already got 5 defensive rebounds in the game. Still haven't finished the first quarter.
Muhammad picks up his first personal foul for the San Antonio Spurs, and Bonzi Wells will be at the line. Martin has put in 2 points in the second quarter after putting in 10 in the first quarter. It's picked up by Bonzi Wells inside.
He has been so good around that football game today.
And just like that, Doug, it's a 5-point ball game.
That's how quickly those leads go. You've got to keep playing.
8-2 start for the Spurs. Bonzi Wells forcing the issue inside.
He was suspended last year in the playoffs in Memphis, did not finish that series, and here he is on cue, one of the best in the league at stealing the ball.
With Artest at his side, he kicks it in for 2.
They're tough.
Wells across the lane.
There you go once again, Bonzi Wells. San Antonio made a run.
10-point game. Kings have led by 13. Spurs have had a meager lead of 2 earlier on. Bonzi Wells.
He's catching that ball at the 15-foot spot.
Shot clock is at 6. Now at 4. Wells for 3. Bonzi Wells. Past season in the NBA in allowed points. Number 3 in field goal defense. The passing of Miller finding Wells and a San Antonio foul. It could be on Tim Duncan. Abdur Rahim screen for Bibby's 3. Rebound by Bonzi Wells.
Pull this out. You got an opportunity. Use the clock. Don't give the Spurs multiple possessions here.
It's Wells across the lane and a foul. It goes on the San Antonio Spurs. Are down a little bit points in the paint, but they lead in second chance points. And they, in terms of 3-point shooting, are +9. Wells. Offensive rebound for the Spurs since the second quarter. Martin. Bonzi Wells.
This is a nightmare matchup. I can see why Phoenix didn't want to play them. I mean, nobody should want to play this team.
Maybe to Wells. Around Duncan. How about that by Bonzi Wells?
And then mid-range jump shot. He's 2 for 2.
Miller's perfect for this offense. He stays outside, lets the penetration occur. Duncan?
Yeah, looked like it. Well,
Miller makes that. It changes the way they're going to have to guard.
get another opportunity. Instead, inside to Wells at the rim for the slam.
Isn't that beautiful? That's a run for Wells. That's a great pass. Ooh, doesn't finish, but they get the foul. That's a great set.
And they picked it off. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Artest going to post up the reverse. The follow, both off the mark. Wells, the putback block, came down with it, laid it up on a foul.
See if they go 2 for 1 here.
Cross court to Artest, who's already hit a 3. He'll give it to Wells, though. Mid-range shot up and in.
When they are on,
He knows what to do with it.
and that wasn't a big shot.
No, it was not.
Not his time of the game.
Yeah, here's Wells for 3.
This was big. There's that little screen down after his screen by Bibby.
Wells on the go, the pull-up. Uh-oh, he's in a rhythm now. Bonzi Wells. Bad handoff. Buried to Van Exel. He wasn't looking. Artest will pick it up the other way. Wells will score.
Late.
Bibby on the screen, maneuvers into the lane. Loops it toward the rim on the run. Missed it. Rebound pops right back to him. Wells for 3. He's been hot, and he nails another jump shot. He's hit 2 threes and a mid-range jumper. Artest and Miller were involved together in a trade once from Chicago to Indiana. Here's the pass to Wells again, cutting Wells.
Well, you got to be tough around traffic.
Bonzi, the crossover for the setup off glass, up and in. What a beauty.
How about that?
Spurs take the lead back at 51-50.
Nice rotation here. They leave the corner of cover by Horn.
Wells fires just inside the three-point arc. A deep brings Duncan outside the paint. Wells will take it off the screen from Miller. The one-dribble adjustment over Bowen. Rimming, and falling in. Shooter's touch, Billy.
How about Wells to get involved in this play?
Here's Bonzi between defenders and a foul. He's at 6 of 10. He's recovered beautifully here in Game 5. Wells goes into the lane and is fouled. Diggs actually with a chance to tie the ball game with a 3. Wells will attempt, and he'll do it.
Wow, what a kick out by Artest.
Going with 16. 4-point lead now for San Antonio. 1:52 left. Bonzi. What a maneuver with the left hand. Got it by Tim Duncan in mid. 99-95 San Antonio. Well, jabs right, moves left, loves the baseline, the floater, he's fouled. And when you hit threes, things happen too. They are 7 of 16 from 3.
That was the concern on a rebounding. Artest attacking. I thought maybe this was